So a little over a month ago, I saw a post on a Facebook group that I'm in. I don't even know why I'm in any Facebook groups, but whatever. And it's this dude like asking for money for his book on ideology and understanding. I made a comment on that post, and then the post was deleted. So I came back the next day, and I posted this. What happened to that charlatan begging for money yesterday for his book on ideology and understanding, who thought I was rude for pointing out how it's against my ideology to spend money chasing an imperfect understanding of someone else's failed understanding? Like, did he finally grasp what I was saying and stop begging for money for his shitty project, or did he just delete the post and go beg from different people? If the latter, isn't it by definition impossible for me to have been rude to point out what I did, because he's straight up trying to scam people? Also, the fact that he claimed what I said was hurtful, that was funny as fuck, because it means he didn't understand what I said. But he's promoting a book of his understanding of how understanding works. What a fucking moron. And then... that's fun. It might have been later that day. No, it was, let's see. It was about a week later. No, about 2 weeks later. Yeah. He finally responded, but I don't know who this is because... Who hurt you? Therapy seems to help. Maybe use Google to find a therapist in your area. Hope it helps, brother. And then yesterday, which was another, 3 weeks after that, same guy. How's the therapy hunt? How's the... Wow, I didn't even know that it wasn't a sentence. I didn't read it that carefully. How's the therapy hunt go? This dude is an author. He's getting his book published. Good with the sentences. Okay, so fucking finally, yesterday, I was on my lunch break and I saw that this guy's responding to my stuff. So I was like, alright, I have a little bit of time. Let's see what's happening here. So I respond, who the fuck are you? Because he didn't indicate in any way who he is. He's just in here who hurt you? Therapy seems to help. Maybe use Google to find a therapist in your area. Hope it helps, brother. And then 3 weeks later, how's the therapy hunt go? So, yeah, me coming back with, who the fuck are you? Appropriate. His response to that, the guy you're talking about, you goofus. So, nothing in what he said indicates that that's what's happening, that that's who he is, that I should know this. Why would I know this? Unless he doesn't understand that I'm a real person with my own brain and mind and memories and experiences. In which case, again, he's scamming people with his book. So, okay, my response to the guy you're talking about, you goofus, was, cool story, dipshit. I really was hoping it would just end there. Sweet Mary, Mother of Jesus, it did not. Okay, so he responds, so seeing as you were still led by anger like a dog by its nose, that the therapy search... Wait. Hang on. I'm going to have to read this again in my head just to make sure this is actually a sentence, so I can... Okay, it's not a sentence. Alright, so seeing as you are still led by anger like a dog by its nose, that the therapy search hasn't gone well. That's not a sentence. Do you need help? Note this dude is an author seeking funding for his book. He's not writing real sentences. Sweet shit. So I responded, you act like I should know you, but all I know about you is that you're retarded as fuck, a charlatan, and you don't understand that other people are real. And then in a separate comment, I also said, I'm actually just on my lunch break, laughing at a fucktard's attempts at relevancy. So he comes back, more belligerent anger only proves the point all too well. And he spelled two wrong, he used the wrong two. That's okay, my friend, I can help. Do you know how to operate Google? My response, my current heart rate is about 50 BPM. I'm pretty chill right now. And then I responded, you can't even understand your own comments. And then he comes back, that's okay, friend, this is a safe place. You don't have to lie to try to impress others. What the fuck? So I come back. The fact that I think you're trash doesn't have any bearing whatsoever on my emotional state, you arrogant fuck. He comes back. Back to the initial question. Are you stuck at the level of using Google, or can we move to the next step in getting you the help you need? So I respond, stupid fuck. The original question was this. What happened to that charlatan begging for money yesterday for his book on ideology and understanding who thought I was rude for pointing out how it's against my ideology to spend money chasing an imperfect understanding of someone else's failed understanding? And then in a separate comment I said, did you find some pennies in the couch at the random person's house you're squatting in, or do you need me to start a GoFundMe? He comes back. I got the book completely funded. Thanks for asking. There's that actual exclamation point on that. It's a great feeling knowing that many people care about my work. Now that we've cleared that up, are we going to get you help? I'm here for you, bud. And then, in a separate comment, he says, you don't have to conform to this stereotype of an angry little monkey that society expects from you. You don't have to dance when they tell you to. I haven't actually read this one before because I didn't care. So, okay. I know the anger and insults and cursing and name-calling is all a defense mechanism. No, it actually isn't. I just, fuck you. And I'm telling you that you don't have to be defensive. I'm not. You don't threaten me at all. I don't give a fuck. This is a safe place, Michael. Your mom and dad would be proud of how long you've held up under such strong pressure. You don't have to do this alone, Michael. And he didn't use a comma there. So that sentence doesn't make sense either. You aren't that angry little monkey boy anymore. You're a grown man, Michael. And here he used a comma, so he does know how to do that? Okay. It's okay to let it go and to be who you were meant to be. Okay. Tell me this dude's not a dick. Just dude's objectively a fucking asshole. So I didn't actually read that at this point. I had gone away for a while. I went to work and I did some work on my car. I changed the coolant and the oil and the transmission fluid in my car, and then I went to work and I made some money. So then I come back and I'm like having some food, and Facebook's like, oh hey, he responded again. So I'm like, why? So I just came back and I said, why are you still trying to talk to me? I don't like you. You're fucking trash. Leave me alone. And then in a separate comment, I no longer talking to him, I said, anyone who sees this, please recognize what happened here. This jackoff just stole people's money to fund a book he wrote about ideology and understanding. But he's completely incapable of understanding a simple-ass conversation that he's actively participating in. Really? What the fuck? And then I walked away. I don't think I commented again after that. No, I did not. But this morning, last night, and then again this morning. Okay. So he's just keeps coming back. So soon after that, I think. I don't know, I went to bed. I turned off my computer and it was like, watched some Netflix or something, and then went to bed. I don't give a fuck. So this is dipshit again. Michael. 4 people have seen this post in the month that it's been posted, and you and I make up half of that number. Like I said, you don't have to worry about who's watching. This is a safe place. You don't have to be so hostile and defensive. Let's talk about what happened to you to cause you to be such an angry man.
Who has made you into this dance monkey who stands before us today? And how do we work past that image and start to heal this wound you carry?
What a prick.
So back to the first question, Michael. You do know how to use Google, correct? This will be vital in getting you the proper help you need and deserve.
Okay, like I said, that was not the first question. That was his first question. You're trying to prove to me that you're not a fucking solipsist? Stop referring to your first question, which occurred after my first question, which is actually the post that we're commenting on. Stop referring to yours as the first one. Fucking solipsist. And then this morning,
just checking in on you this morning, Michael. How are you doing, my friend?
And here he actually tagged me. He used my, he tagged me. Okay, so dude is writing a book, or wrote a book, and got it funded. And it's on ideology and understanding. Okay, my problem with this is he's trying. There's a couple things at this point that are really obvious. One of them being he's trying to shove his own personal ideology down everybody's throat. If you disagree with him in any way, if you find what he's doing repulsive, which fuck you should. You really, really should, because wow, this is gross. If you have any issue with what he's saying whatsoever, he says shit like,
who has made you into this dance monkey who stands before us today?
And he doesn't understand that casual profanity exists, and I use it a lot. So I'm not angry when I say that you're a fucking dipshit. I'm just stating a fact. That's an accurate description from my standpoint of what you're doing. Yeah, when I say you're fucking trash, that's a description, because what he is doing is, in my opinion, as far as I can see, is that he is conning people out of money to make himself feel more important. And I'm not sure how you could possibly look at what happened here and not come to a similar conclusion. Okay, so, and he's sitting here refusing to understand that another human being is directly telling him these things. Okay, so he's jamming his ideology down other people's throats. He's refusing to understand that other people might have different understandings than him. And he wrote a book about ideology and understanding that's so shit that he had to come beg random people for money to get it published. What's okay about this? Nothing about this situation is okay. He's not a guru. And as I mentioned, there were several times I had to just stop and reread the thing that he wrote, because it's not a sentence and I couldn't figure out how to say it, because it's not a sentence. It's impossible to figure out how to pronounce it, because, the way English works, the prosody is dependent on the sentence structure, and if the sentence doesn't have a structure, it doesn't close right, your intonation is going to lead you astray. So, yeah, like this one.
So seeing as you are still led by anger like a dog by its nose, that the therapy search hasn't gone well.
What? It's not a sentence. Not a sentence, dude. And you're an author? And nobody's pressuring him to write any of this. He's sitting there with all the time in the world to check back on what he wrote and whatever. And I read it all. This all happened about a day ago. I don't remember what I wrote. I'm not sitting here trying to correct my mistakes. I read everything as it was written. So, I make typos, I fuck shit up, yeah. But he did it repeatedly, and he's allegedly an author. Okay, that's a bit of a red flag. Like, yeah, I get it's just Facebook. Like, the comment, not putting the comma in front of my name, not that big a deal. I only mentioned it because it's in context. It's in a context where he's like not even saying sentences. How's the therapy hunt go? What? Like, come on, dude. You're a charlatan. Fuck off. You're a trash person. Okay? It's legitimate for me to be like, go away, leave me alone. You're not a guru. You're not a therapist. You don't have anything I want. Please go away. It's 100% valid for me to say that. Fuck off. I'm not going to say his name. I was about to. No. Just go away. Because you have nothing. You don't even understand that you have nothing. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I just thought I would share that. Yay!